He's played for several national recording artists such as Ben Tankard, Lisa McClendon, Jonathan Dunn, Denise Williams, Chakotay, Yazara, Datra Hicks, Mel Holder, and many others. And our host for this evening, NJ.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of I'm Just Saying. I'd like to thank my panelists for joining me on today. Our topic for tonight is, are you totally honest with the friend or are you totally honest with the person you call friend or friends? I'm just saying. So before we get started, I want you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to my new YouTube channel, and check out my Instagram page, NJ Productions. So we're going to move forward and get right into it. My first question to my panelists is, how important to you is honesty when it comes to a relationship? I'm just saying. Anyone?
Can I go first? Honesty is everything. If you are not honest, we cannot be friends.
Okay.
I agree. Honesty is like a key component to having a friendship. If you're not able to be honest with your friend, then who can you be honest with?
Matt, Jalil, from a man's perspective.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Honesty is the key to anything. Like with communication and honesty, I think they go hand in hand. So, to get somewhere and be able to be honest with somebody, you got to tell them anything and everything. For the most part, they're your true friend.
Absolutely.
Matt?
Honesty is very important, especially when you are discovering what type of friendship you're going to have. Now, there are friendships that aren't really centered around honesty, and they are still friends. But if you're going to have a healthy friendship, I think it should be built on honesty.
Okay, so with that being said, this month we're going to be dealing with topics on friendship. So my next question to you would be, what's the difference between a friend and an associate? Because so many times we calling everybody our friends, and what you think may be a friend is not a friend, and what my definition of being a friend might be different from yours. So in your own perspective, how you see it, what is the difference between an associate and a friend?
I would say an associate, that's someone that you may speak to. You don't confide in them in regards to personal things in your life, but you do speak to them, you do respect them. Your friend, you're absolutely going to be totally 100 with. You're going to let them know personal things that's going on with you. You just share more with a friendship than you do with an associate.
Okay. Matt?
I would say, like, basing it on like something like, say, like social media, like we have probably thousands of friends on social media, but you don't know them people. So like a lot of people, like, of somebody, they know of you. That's more of an associate. So a friend is somebody you actually know. Y'all have had experiences, been through some things. But associate's more like, just the recollection I know of you, of me or whatever. We might work together, colleagues type stuff, but we're not really friends.
I agree.
Me too. Absolutely. Associates is just somebody you can chill with for the moment. Maybe you can catch somebody with them or even hang out at a party, but that's as far as it goes. We don't communicate about business. I don't confide in you. And if need be, I can leave you alone for months and months at a time and not chill with you again till whenever I feel like it.
Right.
Jalil?
Yeah, I think they all pretty much touched on it so far. Mine is more so like an associate, somebody that I may hit the club with and do things with like that, but I don't really tell them none of my business. Like we just kind of hang out and do like club things or party together or events. But like a friend, like I tell you stuff, we talk about business or stuff, we trying to do in the future and stuff like that.
So when it comes to associate and being a friend, when do they cross over? What makes me 1 minute your associate and then the next minute a friend? So what bridges the associate to a friend?
Pretty much the circumstances. You may have an experience where that associate showed themselves to be more than just that. If you were in a crisis or if something personal happened that, you ended up having to tell them and they showed themselves to be loyal to you, then I think that would elevate them to become your friend.
Okay. Anybody else want to say something on that?
I feel like it has to first be like the desire to want to be a friend first. The good book says, to be friends, you got to show yourself friendly.
Right.
So, the associate, in a sense, has to kind of want to go from the associate zone to the friend zone. If that makes any sense.
Right.
So, I think that's, excuse me, like Tiffany was saying, experiences, different things that have happened. I think that kind of is like the proving ground for you being able to move from associate to friend.
Matt, you echoing.
I'm echoing. I'm sorry. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the next question. Let's not
Okay. I'm just saying. So when it comes to criticism, do you give or take criticism well when it comes to a friend?
I do.
Okay.
Because I have a best friend that she's going to tell you how she feels, and she's going to tell you when you're wrong. So you have to take criticism well.
Yeah, I think that even just makes you a better human being to be able to take criticism, because you're not right 100%. You're not, everything you do won't be perfect. So to take criticism, that would only make you better. So definitely.
Okay, so y'all
Yeah,
spoke on taking criticism. Go ahead, Jaleel.
I definitely welcome it. I mean, I love it personally because I know I got my faults, but you don't always recognize your faults until one of your friends point it out. So like, I welcome it, especially like I always want somebody to critique me because it helps me get better, especially like photo shoots or anything that I do in my business. Constructive criticism is always welcome on my part.
Matt.
I mean, long. To me, I think it depends. Am I still echoing?
No.
No,
Okay.
You
It depends on the person. If you can take criticism, then yeah. But if you're one of those people who are not open to taking criticism, it won't matter who it comes from, whether it's your best friend or, therapist, teacher, or whoever. So you should be able to take criticism from your friend, but it all depends on the person.
And
So
give it too, and give it as well.
I was getting ready to say, so we talked about taking criticism, but do you give your friend
absolutely
criticism?
Friend.
If your friend has something on you think looks absolutely crazy, would you honestly say, oh, that looks crazy? Or do you say, oh, that's nice? And in your head, you're like, what the heck they got on?
That's not a friend.
It depends.
That's not a friend.
No, it depends. No, it does. Sometimes it does. If you see that whatever that friend has on is making them happy, you might have to let them have that moment.
No. Because if it's making them happy and they go out there and somebody embarrass them, the happy moment is over.
It depends. Now, I'm not gonna say that women do this more than men, but like sometimes if your girlfriend got on something, it might be a little not fitting. If she's happy with it, I mean, it has to happen because we've seen it happen in public many times. And the first thing you say is, "Where are her friends?"
They wasn't with her.
That's first of all, okay, I understand you want to make sure that they're happy, but putting on clothes shouldn't even just make you happy. So if you look a fool, I'm telling you, and especially we going out together, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you. I mean, seriously, because just like she said, if someone else pointed her out and then I have a whole crowd of people like, look at her, you know what I'm saying? Then now me and you got to fight now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me just saying, you know what, let's maybe tone it down a little bit. I know you like it, and I'm happy that you feel good, but let's just change. That's being a friend.
So you're open for that. So if you were in a relationship, and I'm gonna pose this question so all for you. So we're gonna start with the ladies first. If you were in a relationship and you had on something that you were in a relationship and that individual said to you, Tiffany, I don't like that top you got on. Your cleavage is showing too much. Would you go in the house and change it? Or you gonna be like, I'm grown, I can wear what I want. If I want my tatas out, I can have them out. Or are you gonna say, okay, boo, you don't want me to rock that, then I'm good. We gonna start. We gonna let the ladies think about it because you see that you're having a little problem. Let's talk to the men first. So we're gonna start with you, Jalil. You going out, and she says, "Yo, I don't like that." What
See
do you
that?
say?
I feel like that's not a right question for me because I love fashion. I'm a fashion model. That's what I
And,
do. So
and you
I'm
can be a
always gonna be
fashion
on
model
point.
or what, but if your woman says, "I don't like something you have on,"
It depends on the occasion, though. It depends on the occasion. Like, what are we going to do?
if she don't like it, she don't like it. It doesn't matter the occasion. If she doesn't like what you have on, would you say,
I'm not changing. I'm not changing because I know I would have something on this account. I know it's appropriate, so there ain't even a question for me. I know what I've got is gonna be good either way because I'm always photo shoot ready. I'm always ready for a photo op.
"Oh, so so your responsibility? I'm not changing. You don't like it, you change."
Yeah, you better accommodate me. We going out. You want? There's a photo op.
You must got a good girlfriend, because you know a sister go get them scissors
Oh,
and be like,
I'm
you gonna cut
single.
it off.
I'm single, so I'm single. I don't got no problems.
You don't have
That's
that
why I
problem
stay
yet.
single. I'm good.
Matt,
I think for me, you got to ask the question like, why don't you like it? Like, what about it is a problem? Like, with what I have on, like, is it like the way it's fitting or the way it makes you feel? Because like, if it make you feel some kind of way, that's not really my problem. That's something you got to deal with. So
True.
you got to ask, why don't you like what I have on? So I mean, same if it was in reverse. If the woman had on whatever and the dude was like, no, I don't like that. Why don't you like it? I mean, because I'm just saying, like,
You know how to alleviate all that? When we going out, you just gonna match my fly, because I'm gonna get your outfit and we gonna dress whether it's linen suits together, whatever we need to do, you gonna match each other.
Linen suits?
Huh? I just said that as an example. Anything, all black affair, whatever. We gonna shop together and we gonna touch and agree on what we wearing.
but that's not answering my question.
Let me answer it.
Go ahead.
First of all, it's according to the level of our relationship. If we're just dating and you don't like that my cleavage is low, then that's the situation you're going to deal with that night, because I'm doing that. But if I'm dressing like that, like my cleavage is going to be out and we're going to enjoy the night together. Now, if our relationship have escalated where you may be my fiance or my husband, then I would definitely submit to what he's saying and go ahead and change my clothes. But if we're just dating, you rocking with what I'm rocking with.
Wait a minute, I disagree, because you know why? Y'all ain't watched Set It Off? Remember when he was taking Jada out and she came with her outfit like this? And then he put her in the limousine and took her shopping and changed her whole attire?
That's true, but the question is, would you change your clothes if your mate is telling you they didn't like it? Now that's a different move.
I would. If we going out, you got to choose your fights. You got to choose your battles wisely. And that's something to me I think is easy. So if I change into something that he likes and we going out, all right, let's do it. Especially if he footing the bill and he taking me out. I'm gonna change it. Whatever you want me to wear.
I agree. I agree with that. I'm gonna side with Monique. If I was in a relationship and he didn't like what I had on, I would change. Because I think you should fight your battles wisely, and that's not even worth the fight. Like, how hard is it for me to go and don't complain now if it take me a little while?
I think it's kind of levels to it too, though. Because like what you made, the reference you made about the movie, like how she dressed, that was like a big part of her personality. So if you're accepting that person for who they fully are and how they dress is like them, then like you asking them to change to them might come off like you trying to change me as a person in a sense.
Right.
So It's
When
level.
he was going to that function, he knew he couldn't bring her in there with that outfit she had on. No way. She had to. She was going somewhere where she had to change those clothes, but she couldn't come.
Yeah,
So
that's
my next
that's the
question
whole
to y'all: do you regret not telling your friends something that might have changed yours or their lives?
Mm.
It could be anything. Like you could have regretted not telling them how you felt about them. You could have regretted not telling them about a decision they made, and now they're living in the regrets of it. So I'm just saying.
I can say that I definitely I had a situation where I regret not telling that person how I really felt. I mean, we're friends today, but if I would have said exactly how I felt at that point in time, we may have escalated into something more. So I regret not telling him at that time.
Tiffany, is he married?
He's not married.
Well, you can still tell him.
I'm just saying.
Well, the
I'm
thing
just
is,
saying.
it's very complicated now. It's very complicated now. So it's like, it is what it is.
When
Mook,
did you
you
first
got
find
any
out?
regrets?
Sounds like another show.
Mook, got any regrets?
No. That's why I don't have many friends because I tell them how I feel. No regret.
We believe you, Paul.
I'm too old to play games now. It is what it is. It's either black or white. I don't do the gray area. So no.
Jaleel?
Yeah, I don't regret nothing. I mean, I don't have a lot of friends neither. I just kind of move by myself. But I mean, I guess as a Sagittarius in me, I really don't care. Like, I get
Oh,
like
Lord.
more people that reach out to me on social media than my actual friends do, and they got my phone number. I talk to more people through DMs and Facebook Messenger, and they check on me more than my actual friends do. So
Wow.
I don't got no regrets. I just keep it moving, enjoy life, and have fun.
Matt?
I honestly I can't think of any. If I thought hard enough and long enough, I um probably could think of some stuff, but I just can't think of any right now. And we don't have the time.
Good answer, Matt. Good answer.
So again, we're talking about friendships. We're talking about relationships because that's how most relationships start, through a friendship. Is there any friends that, if you had the opportunity, would you change the relationship from a
Sorry.
friend to something more?
Oh, okay.
I would. I feel you should be friends. Like if you talking to a female, you should be friends before you get into a relationship. So then you know her faults, and you know like what things that make her mad don't mad. So that makes it easier when y'all jump into a relationship because y'all pretty much know each other already before then.
I agree. I agree.
So you're agreeing with, there's a person that was once a friend or that still are a friend, that if the situation was different, you would make more than just a friend.
Absolutely.
Tiffany already answered. We already know her answer.
Yes, I would. It would. I definitely would have changed that so that
Mo,
we would be more.
Yeah.
She cheesing over. She thinking about it too. She over there cheesing a little bit.
she said, no, I got no answer.
You know I'm married. Don't be asking me that.
I'm gonna take it to Matt. We gonna go to Matt. We gonna leave Mook alone.
No,
We gonna on mute.
my answer is no.
No. So there's no.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have another question for you. Can you honestly be honest? Because we're talking about honesty on this show.
Mhm.
So have you ever been in a position where you were the reason why a good friend ended,
Mm.
a good relationship ended, and it was honestly because of something you did. If you really look at it, it wasn't her, it wasn't him, it was something you did.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I've on the friendship level and relationship level. But yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, you saying yeah, me too. I'm just let's talk about it. Give us some details.
Go ahead, you go first.
Mine is a little heavy, man. So I had this one friend information about another friend of mine. So I went to the other friend and was like, hey, you need to watch yourself out here because your name's going around about stuff. Word got back around to the first friend because like they all knew the same people. So somebody came to the first friend and was like, I thought I actually had to say nothing. So how did this, whatever, get out type stuff. So I got looked at as the bad person for trying to be a good friend to the other friend by not being a good friend to the first friend.
Got it.
Yeah, that all ended. Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
Tiffany.
Say the question again. Say the question again.
Are you the reason for a good friendship / relationship ending?
Yes. There was a situation where I blame it on me being young at the time. We had a great relationship, but then there was someone that I liked a little more that reached out to me in the middle of that relationship. And he was like saying all the right things. And the impulse in me just made me break up with the person. And it was bad because I didn't realize how much that person really cared for me. And I was just being selfish at that moment. And it didn't go well. And it was my fault. It was all my fault. To this day, I'm still apologizing. And we just speak now, and I still have to apologize. Like, you still ain't forgive me for that yet? Yeah. So that was my fault.
Mo?
No.
And she said it with a straight face.
Right.
And she said it with a straight face.
Let me tell you, I'm such a ride or die chick. I am like, I'm team my man all day, every day. So all relationships that ended with me, honestly, some of them ended because of the penitentiary. They had to go on a vacation for a very, very long time. And others infidelity, but I'm ride or die all day long. So no, it wasn't my fault. And I'm still cool with everybody. Because now that everybody's grown now, they be like, you know what? I'm sorry. Junior's very lucky.
Jaleel.
I would say, yeah, but like I haven't really been in a relationship in years, so like a long time. Like I just talked to females, got to know them, and things like that. But so I can't really. But I got an attitude problem, and I don't really like. How can I say? I don't really put up with a lot of stuff, so it's like as soon as you do something I may not like, it's over and done with me. But I've scared away a lot of good girls that I've seen through the years. Like, dang, she was a good girl. I should let my ego to the side and like just been patient, basically.
That's good observation, Jello.
I'm growing up,
There you go.
Yeah. I think it's all about timing, though. I think it's all about timing.
Absolutely.
I think it's all about timing and maturity. Some of us, our past, we like to be in the streets too much. We love the club and party too much. So that was more so me. So now, I'm seeing more like I would like to settle down, have a family and come home to one woman, enjoy things together, vacation, shopping, and stuff like that.
Me too, Joe.
I think it comes with age. I think it comes with age though. Like I was very immature, so it comes with age and growing up, basically.
You
said what?
She said
So,
me
I
too.
said me too. I'm just
Not
saying.
like that. I'm just saying, like I'm saying.
No, we are just saying. We are.
I know. I'm
I'm
just
just
saying. It's
saying.
that age where you just like, you know
saying.
what? Let's just chill.
Right.
So
Got to.
the question. So my next question to you is, what can make you a better friend?
I'm gonna say
If you had to be honest with yourself, what would make you a better friend?
compassion, really, because if you have compassion, in my eyes, it's like you understand that everyone, they're not going to be on the same level. So I don't judge you because you may not be on the level that I'm on. So being a good friend is actually being able to take that person for who they are, and then you just continue to grow from that point and not try to change them.
So you're saying for yourself, compassion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Mo?
I think being non-judgmental is key besides being truthful, because everybody has been that dumb girl where you be like, you still with him? And then, you need that friend that be like, girl, if you stay, I got your back no matter what. You don't need that friend that be like, girl, she's stupid. She's still with them. Because you know how girls do. They go back and they have a little circle and they start talking about you and things to that nature. So you need to be, like Tiffany said, compassionate, empathetic, but also learn to be non-judgmental. Give an ear when an ear is needed. Listen.
Right.
Be a good listener.
I agree.
Matt?
I would say for me, on a personal level, it would be trust. Because like with me and my friendships, so-called friendships from the past, I've been through a lot of stuff, and I don't really trust people like that. A lot of people, they'll look at me and call me friend and call me broke, but I don't look at them the same way.
Wow.
So I think it would just be like a trust and hoping to trust and people like that again.
Jaleel?
That's a good question. I was hoping I went last because I've been thinking real hard. I ain't being funny, but like I really don't have a lot of friends. Like people, like I guess the perception is I have a lot of friends because of what I do, but I really don't. So I can't really answer that. I would say I would agree with Matt though, trust, because I've been, done wrong so many times, so many things have happened. I really just like at this point, like so much stuff go wrong, I just don't even care no more. Like it just is what it is. We grown now. Like I'm gonna keep moving forward. And if you're not with it, then hey, best of luck to you. Like I'm gonna keep moving forward and keep doing what I do best.
So if you had to scale it from 1 to 10, how many people do you really consider to be your friend? We're going to start with you, Matt. How many friends? We're not going to name no names because I don't want nobody calling you, yo, oh, so I'm on that list? Oh, so I'm not a friend? So I don't want nobody getting no messages. Nobody can delete from their social media because you didn't name no names. But if you had to say, this is my good friend, my ride it out, like this, do you have a top 5? Or you can say, no, Nisha, I got a top 5. I got a top 3, but not a top 5. Well, I got 10. What you got? You got 5 on it. You got 10 on it. You got 3 on it.
Definitely not 10. I may have like, it's almost like spades. You almost got like 4 in the possible or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you going with spades. You got 4 in the possible.
Yeah, like, so
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely not 10. Like friends, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's levels to it. Like to me, the friend is almost like the inner courts. You know what I'm saying? Like you all the way in. Like I could tell you, like I just murdered somebody last night. Nobody would ever know. You know what I mean?
I got you. Right in court, too. I got you. Right in the high for you.
Don't murder anybody. Yeah, but nah, definitely not 10. Maybe about 5. Maybe, and that's a maybe.
So you got 4 in the possible.
Yeah, like legit. And I gotta really think on them 4.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like Matt. I got maybe 3 in the possible.
Yeah.
You got 3 in the possible.
Got 3 in the possible.
Yeah.
Because you sometimes you learn, like, some of the people that call themselves your friend, like, they've been in conversations about you, and that, you know what I mean? So it's like, at one point you probably thought that they were your friends until you like, wow, like, I never thought that this person would do, talk about me that way, and so I'm gonna say 3 in the possible.
You got 3 in the possible.
3 in the possible.
Jaleel.
So I'm about there with everybody else. I'm gonna say no more than 5.
About
But
5.
just at the top of the head, no more than 5. But yeah,
Right.
probably around 3, 4. It's like, cause you gotta look at it like this. Like, what are we doing? Like, you my friend, I'm your friend. What are we doing to help build each other's businesses and grow each other?
Yes.
Like I got a good friend. Anytime anybody looking for a Caucasian model, he always refers me. Anytime anybody looking for a stylist, anything, I refer him. So that's us as friends helping each other's business out. But I don't have, there's not a lot of friends that I can say my actual friends that actually do that. Like, they only care about what they got going on and not what I got going on. But I still help them out, but they're not giving me that same energy back. So they really
Right.
my friends.
Right. Question.
Mo.
Message.
I'm gonna round it off to 5.
Well,
Yeah,
Rounded.
rounded.
6.5, 5.5.
But I definitely got 1 in the hole always. So, but I'm gonna say 5. 5.
5. That's so the way it seems to me with those low numbers being low, it's really hard to really find a good friend. It's really hard to say, you know what, through ups, downs, ins, outs, thick, thin, with a shadow of a doubt, I could depend on this individual.
Right.
So, with that being said, um, being able to depend on an individual, being able to say anything, tell them anything, accept criticism from them. Do you honestly, they're that friend to you, but can you honestly say you are that same friend to them? Because a lot of times we have friends, but there's no balance. It's like Jalil said, you find yourself doing all of that. And then when you put it on a seesaw, some of them friends is up in the air. It doesn't balance out because you're doing more for an individual than the other individual. Are you that person that's not living up to your part in any of those 5, 3 in the possibles, or 4 in the possibles? Can you honestly say you give your friend those 4, those 3, those 5, that same amount of energy, that same amount of whatever that they give you?
I'm gonna say yes. At the end of the day, the same way that they would help me, I would help them. The same way they would encourage me, I would encourage them. I think that's the definition of a friendship. It's equal, when it's your true friends. So I would definitely say that I give that same energy to my friends as they give to me.
Matt.
Okay, so all right. I would like to think that I am, like, a good friend to these people, because I feel like I think, well, to a fault, I try to treat people how I would like to be treated instead of treating them how they deserve to be treated.
Good.
Because in some instances, people don't deserve your best friendship. If you think about it, and I ain't even trying to be deep with it, if you have such thing as a best friend, then in essence, you probably have such thing as a worst friend as well. So everybody doesn't need your 1,000% most solid friendship. Sometimes, you might have to treat them how they deserve to be treated. But I try to treat them, how I would want to be treated as a friend. And sometimes you get hurt by doing that, but that's how I try to do.
Jaleel.
Yeah, I agree with what Matt said. I mean, I think there's different friends and you treat people different ways, but as far as my inner circle, I feel we 50-50 equal as far as the way we treat each other. I give them the same they give me. So
Mo.
I have friends that I can call maybe there. And so, and I give the same thing. Everybody know, if you my friend, I give you the shirt off the back, my last dollar. If you say you need $1 and all I got is $1, I'll be like, here. And then I go figure out how I'm gonna get the other $1 back. But, I try to be a good person and a good friend for a lot of reasons, not just for myself, but also the seeds that you sow, they grow. So, I have children. I want people to be nice to my children, my family. So you have to be a nice person because you never know when you might need those friends.
Right.
And they do the same for me because sometimes, you and your best friend might live in an area, but then maybe you traveling and you get stuck somewhere and it's in a whole nother town where your other friend is at. If y'all really true friends, they don't have no problem coming to pick you up and bringing you to their house and letting you stay to get yourself together. So I have friends like that.
So do you believe that there's a such thing as being 50-50 in a friendship?
I do.
Or do you
I'm gonna say 100.
You gotta say 100.
Yeah, because we keeping it all the way 100 with each other. So half, you're not giving half to your friendship. You know what I'm saying? Maybe half to your associate, but not your friend.
I thought 50-50 was the 100. Like we giving each other the same.
You give the people you call your friend 100.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Get them 100. No back. No, listen, we friends. You get it all.
That's it. That's my motto. Love me or leave me alone.
She did say that. She did say that.
Matt, is it different for men than it is with women when it comes to friendships? Do y'all give y'all 100? Or do y'all give 50? Because women are different.
I would like to say to men that we give 100. We're not as emotional about it, as women are. We're a little bit more sensitive about certain stuff. Men, we're just a little different in those areas. I would like to say that we give 100, but then too, just me personally, I'm thinking like if I'm giving 100 and I'm so much of a whatever friend, whatever person, and do I really need you? If I'm able to give 100 by myself, then maybe I don't need you as a friend. So I think the 50-50 aspect comes in, like you need that person to kind of be there for you as a friend in those parts where you can't fulfill whatever that you might need to do or whatever. That's what that friend is there for. I don't know if that answered the question.
I get it. Jaleel?
Yeah. I don't have nothing extra with it.
I'm gonna agree with Matt on this one.
No, I agree with Matt on that
I
one.
think that a friendships makes 100. I'm like Matt. I believe it depends on what's going on with me and my friend, because some days I'm the 40 and she's the 60. And some days we 50-50. And then there's some days that I'm going really through a hard, like I went through a hard situation and I was the 20 and she was the 80. But at the end of the day, we all came up with, it was all 100.
Right.
We kept it 100. And when you seen us, even though at that point she was the 80, you couldn't tell because what you saw was the 100.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a real good friend with the two of you together make that 100. So it to me is based on the situation because nowadays when it comes to friends, people have best friends every week, every month. This my best friend, and then a couple of weeks later you be like, where's such and such? Oh, I don't rock with them no more. They and so you in and out when it comes to relationships. That's why I think it's so important how we and what we say and who we call our friends. So with my own situation, and then we're gonna move on. Me and my best friend, we've been friends since we were 8. So we don't always agree. We have our disagreements, but when people see us, we always 100.
Right.
And even if we disagree, even if I disagree with her in the moment and we are around everybody, as far as I'm concerned, we agree. But when we get in that car, I'm gonna be like, listen, you know you was wrong. You need to apologize.
So y'all's friendship is a marriage.
That yes, it is. It is. Our friendship is a marriage. It is. That's how we are. And I don't take back what I said to her because I mean it. And it's up to her to receive what I say. And she'll say, but and have her, and then I'm gonna say what I have to say, and then we're gonna be like, well, let's go get something to eat.
Yeah, that's no
And then she'll say, I got that bill. And that bill is saying, you is right, but do I really gotta apologize?
Right.
Yes, you gotta apologize. You gotta say them words.
I did.
So I think that takes a maturity in a friendship to be able to do that.
Right. Absolutely, I agree.
So with that being said, do you have a best friend, and what kind of relationship do you have with your best friend? That's our relationship. Let's start with you, Jalil. Do you have?
Why I go first? Why I gotta
go first?
I don't got no friends. No play. Nah. Yeah, I got a best friend. What was the question again? You made me forget. I forgot that fast.
Do you have a best friend, and what is your relationship?
Oh yeah, I got a best friend. I got a couple best friends. Like I got at least 2 or 3 that I can say are my best friends. You know, no more than 5, but I got a good 2 or 3 that's solid. Like, but I think it's different. So guys are different than females. Like we gonna be like, we're not gonna call each other every day. I think we gonna more so guys gonna be like, yo, what are you doing Friday or Saturday? Let's go grab a drink, and we just gonna put it all out on the table in that one little sit down. As where so I've known a lot of females. Like even I got a female friend. She want to talk all the time, but me and my homeboy, me and my homeboy, we go grab drinks, happy hour one night, and we get it all on the table. What you been up to? Da 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 da, and that's it. But if you friends with a female or like females, they want to talk all day. They can call each other at 3 in the morning.
That ain't true, John.
That's another show.
Hey,
Monique's more than just your friend.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say how I don't know this, but I know this. I have. It's not for this show, but I know females call each other at 3 in the morning and tell each other their problems. Trust me.
Okay, Matt.
I had to think about this carefully.
You better.
Yeah. I got a homeboy I've known since 7th grade. He and I are still good friends to this day. Like Jalil was saying, like we don't live in the same state anymore. So whenever we link up, it's whatever. No, we don't talk every day, all the time. But that's still my homie all day. I got my 2 road dogs from college. We had some of the craziest experiences together. But like best friends, like I don't know if I I have a lot of good friends. I have those 4 or 5. They're really good friends. That thing to me, it's like a lot of pressure on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's almost like you got to be like perfect. Like you know what I mean? So I don't know. Got a good friend circle. So, yeah.
You don't have to be perfect, Matt. Because me and my best friend, we don't even know how we best friends. She's a church girl and I'm a street girl. But the yin and yes, we balance each other. But that loyalty and trust and honesty, that's the concoction, yo. That's the concoction. Absolutely. That's the concoction. And
What's
that's
the
how
question again?
Huh?
What's the question again? How many friends you have that are considered best?
Do you have a best friend, and what is your relationship? Do you have a best friend?
I'm gonna say I'm like Matt, and I have a lot of good friends, but I'm gonna say 2 best friends that I know everything about them, they know everything about me. And we don't talk every day, so don't think females have to talk to their friends every day, Jalil.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I ain't gonna tell you how I know, but I know.
But when we do talk, though, it's like we just left off from, you know what I'm saying? It feels like yesterday, but we don't talk every day, but there's still, that person that I can go to and I can talk to them about anything.
Like, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
All right. So with the best friend thing, right? In marriage or like relationships, should your significant other technically be like that best friend, or should you have like a best friend who's not like that person? Like, because I know a lot of times the husband and wife like, no, that's my best friend, and then like, if you don't say that's your best friend, then it's a problem.
I think a husband and wife should be good friends, but I don't know best friends.
Right. Okay.
Right. I agree.
I can never be best friends with my husband.
I think because some things you're not gonna tell a man.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's just that's what it is.
Yeah, you need that balance.
You're not gonna right. And then when you mad at him,
you need your best friend to talk about it.
Best friend, you talk about it.
Facts.
Yeah.
You like Nisha, you always bring it in.
I think you and your husband should be good friends. I don't know about best friends. Because see, when you got a best friend, you tell them everything. And when it comes to relationships, men are not as forgiving as women are.
Facts. What you got on that, man?
When I mean by that, they can't handle the truth.
That's facts.
That's
facts.
Yeah.
They can't handle the truth.
That's facts.
Men will have a relationship, or will cheat in a relationship, in a marriage, and a woman will forgive them. But a man, if a woman cheats, the relationship is over. There's no hope.
Facts.
And even if he forgive you, he will drill you every day. Or you can't relate that you with that other dude.
Right, because at the end of the day, he can't deal with that.
We can talk about this after the show.
So I don't think no. I think Janelle, you quiet.
I'm just listening. I'm taking it all in.
You're taking it all in.
I can't relate.
You but you can't relate, but do you agree? Women can forgive faster and more. The average woman can forgive a man more than an average man can forgive a woman.
No.
Come on, be honest. Yes.
In the aspect of cheating or just in general?
Huh?
In the aspect of cheating or in general?
In general.
Oh, no.
I don't think so.
You don't think women
had a point with cheating, but
you don't think women forgive more than men?
No, because I got a lot of females that don't forgive me.
and then
According to what you did,
I'm
Jalil.
talking about like in a relationship of like a man with each other, just in general, period. Because if like period, I don't think women forgive more than men. That's
In a
why
relationship, I'm talking about in a relationship.
Oh, I can't relate.
When because you made the comment about, we're talking about relationship now, because you made the comment about how should you be best friends with your mate, and that's why I was saying how I don't think you should be best friends with your mate. You might be good friends with your mate, but I don't know about best friends with your mate, because there's some things you'll tell your best friend that you couldn't tell your husband, couldn't tell your wife.
I mean, I think in a relationship,
I think the forgiveness part again, and then that's when I went into, if a woman cheated, the man is not letting that go.
all right, yeah, like the cheating is different. You said in general, like I don't know about in general. The cheating aspect, men have this thing called pride. So like when our man like that pride gets crushed like that, like that's different. And then I could go into other aspects. So we don't have time. So
Yeah.
but in general, I think I don't know if women forgive more than men do. An aspect of cheating, yes, possibly yes, but just in general, I don't know.
But overall, you're saying we don't. So we're gonna be the ones to remind you, because Jaleel said none of all his friends be like, listen, I remember when you.
Yeah, y'all have memories. Y'all can bring it up, especially an argument. Yeah, y'all can bring it up.
Tiffany, what was you gonna say?
Matt just took it all away.
Okay, so I'm gonna look and see, do we have any questions here on our social media? So I'm gonna just stroll through here really quick and see if I can pop up some questions and see what social media is saying. So I want y'all to write some questions out there. Y'all commented off of what was said, but do you have any questions, any feedback? So let me just take a look.
I know y'all got questions about them friends.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's writing any. They writing comments. I don't see any questions. Okay, no questions. They just commented off of what we just said. So we got about 6 more minutes before it's our time. So I want to do something a little bit different than I normally do when I close out the show. So I got 6 minutes. So first, I want y'all to tell the audience where can they find you on social media, and if you got anything coming up. And then I want to leave y'all with our final question before we leave. So, Monique, where can we find you on social media? And do you have anything coming up?
Can you repeat that, Alicia? I didn't hear you. Say it again.
Where can we find you on social media? And do you have any events or anything that's coming up?
No, as a nurse, I don't have events. You can find me on Facebook at Monique Squire-Phillip. And it's Mo Diamond 2 on Instagram. If you have any medical concerns or questions, maybe I can help answer or show you, go in the right direction for certain things. But
You can find me on Instagram at Bucky79, Facebook at BuckleyTip79. I don't have any updating events so far.
Jaleel?
You can find me on Instagram at Jalil, JALILHOWE10 on Instagram. I do so more on Instagram than Facebook, so Instagram only. No events coming up due to what's going on in the world. Everything's been pushed back and canceled, but I'm down to collaborate. Anybody want to do any photo shoots, any photographers that want to work, anything like that, be free to hit me up and reach out.
Matt?
Instagram, you can find me at Professor Matt, as it is spelled right there in the box. or my teacher page, Mr.Caldwell.teaches. And the only thing I have coming up right now is trying to get these piano lessons popping. So hit me on one of those outlets. I'm on Facebook at Matthew Caldwell, but it's going to be a million of it. So just find one that looks like me. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, so this is what I want to do different than what I normally do. So this is a question I want you to think about for a second before you answer it. We talked about friendships. I want you to, if you had the opportunity to look into the camera now and speak to a ex-friend or a friend you're no longer close to anymore, without mentioning any names, what would you say to them?
Mm. Mm.
Not mentioning names. You're no longer close to them anymore, or y'all not even friends. If you had to look into the camera now and you had the opportunity to say something to them, what would that something be? And so while y'all think about it, I'm going to start off with I'm looking into the camera and I'm going to tell that person, I forgive you. Nat,
There we go.
It's heavy. It's heavy. This is heavy.
Yeah, man, it's mad heavy.
so if anybody else is ready, they can go. Tiffany, you ready? What you gonna
Ready,
say?
I'm ready. I'm looking in the camera. I'm gonna say to that person, if you only got a chance to really know me, we would still be friends today.
Mm.
Bean.
Bean. Jaleel.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Best of luck, much success to all y'all.
There you go, Jello.
To all of y'all. Ditto. That's what you're saying?
To all of them, whoever it may be. Because some people may not tell you. Some people may just stop talking to you and never tell you why y'all not
Right.
friends no more. They didn't want to be around you. So,
Right.
hey, to everybody, much success and keep pushing forward.
Right.
Moot.
I'm good. They ain't got nothing for 'em. That was seasonal. I'm good. We good. I ain't losing no sleep. I'm good.
Matt.
Yeah, I would just say no hard feelings. You know, whether it was my fault or their fault, no hard feelings. So.
Well, that's my time. I'd like to thank my panelists for joining me for another episode of I'm Just Saying. Please like us on Facebook. Continue to look us up on Instagram. I need y'all really to subscribe to my new YouTube channel. And I will see you this time on next week. I'm Just Saying. Your host, NJ. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.